Marty had enough scratched together to lay down a 7-inch demo at Ocean Sound, place looking like a concrete bunker up in North Van. The plan was to get the EPs cut at Imperial or Saber Sound, get copies out to the fanzines and university radio stations. Put some in hand with this guy Arnie met over at Periscope, the city's biggest promoter. The plan was to land an agent and get themselves on a tour down the coast, playing places like the Mab in Frisco. After the record was cut, she'd quit working for Marty. No more running his shit across the border. No more doing whatever it took. Finding a parking spot along the south side of Hastings, she backed her Carmen Ghia in, pushed in her lighter, put on another piece of Bang, put her mouth to the orange glow, drawing up the smoke. Holding it in, letting it out, that warm creeping starting in her feet, working its way up. Yeah. Parked behind some beat-to-hell Dodge van with Alberta plates, a sunset mural over rust wrapping around the side, stupid bumper sticker about not knocking when it's rocking. She could just make out the Smilin' Buddha's neon past it, up the block by Columbia. Ground zero for Vancouver's punk scene. Any punk band would kill to play there. Planned to drop in later, DOA playing all week before they went back on tour. Joey Shithead doing all right since the Skulls split up, the new lineup kicking ass. Their song, The Prisoner, hitting #1 on the UBC's CITR. The guy getting hitched a few months back. The underground rags running headlines like, Shithead Gets Married. First stop tonight was Falco's Nest, just a couple doors past the van, the storefront of a CD3 story, the awning over the door claiming hot acts all the time, cold beer sometimes. Sucking in the last of the smoke, Frankie switched off the ignition, her car shuddering off. Yanking up the spongy parking brake, she pocketed the keys. Just starting to spit rain, the street reflecting the traffic lights along Hastings. Somewhere a siren sounded from past Woodwards. Checking the back seat, she made sure she didn't leave anything of value. Unwritten law down here, don't lock your car doors unless you want a smashed window. Some junkie might think there was something worth hiding. Worst thing that might happen, one of the homeless could curl up on your back seat, leave a stain and a funky smell. Flipping up her denim collar, she popped out the portable Craig deck and stepped into the street. A taxi honking. Frankie throwing the cabbie the finger, locking the deck in the trunk with her flying V. She walked past the mural van, a Doberman hurling itself against the passenger window, snarling and baring its teeth. The whole van rocking. Sent Frankie's heart into her throat. Giving the dog the finger, she told it to fuck off. Marty Sayles' Toronado was parked out front. Zeke Chamus watching her from behind the wheel, grinning at her. Zeke back to playing chauffeur. Marty had called her after taking care of some business at Lubbock's, wanting to get together for a late dinner. Asked if she liked Italian. Said he booked them a table. This place, Paisano's, along Broadway, was the best. The old woman who ran the kitchen made the pasta from scratch. Frankie guessed the third date with Marty meant he'd be asking her up to his place in the properties for a nightcap, the boss looking to round the bases, not likely to settle with another peck on the lips. Frankie had been in the front seat the night of Marty's DUI. Out to dinner and a show at the Rio, Marty wanting to see Alien, both of them doing lines of coke, taking in a couple of clubs after. Marty ordering up champagne, showing his dance moves and making like he was hip. Driving her home after, he was going on about the chestbuster scene, then talking about the preview of 10, Bo Derek running on the beach, eyes wandering from the road, hand wandering to her thigh, making his move when the cop's cherry flashed in the rear view. Taking his hand back, Marty pulled to the curb and rolled down his window. Ended up wagging a 20 at the cop. The wrong cop. Marty was told to step out and assume the position, his hand sprawled on the Toronado's roof, the cop asking if he'd been drinking. Frankie guessed Marty was here tonight collecting the back rent from Johnny Falco, one of a string of slums he owned. Like handling the cash himself. Zeke Chamus driving him around town, backing him up. Arm hanging out the window now, Zeke watched her walk up from behind, fingers tapping the steering wheel, the tinny AM playing Afternoon Delight. Sky rockets.